everybody listen to Derek Carter. Yeah. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, listen to a Pocket Party. Pocket Party. They're wrong.
And we're back. Hey, it's Darren Carter, the party starter, and
John DiResta.
That's right. It's time to start that party in your ear holes. Dates out the gates. I am coming to Reno, Nevada, Clovis, California, Austin, Texas, Brea, California. Go to my Instagram. You'll see all the links right there. Basically, it's going to send you to the link tree, so that's what you're going to do. And if you like this podcast, do me a huge favor and go to Buy Me a Coffee and do a little thank you right there. And I want to thank, hi, Mark. Thank you so much, my friend. And I want to thank Galaxy Goddess. Thank you. And who else do we want to thank?
I think that's the same person. Yeah. Casey in Texas?
Yes.
Of course. Number one.
Beaumont.
Inspirational messages. Fantastic.
I know.
She's like, who's the guy? Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real. So thank you. And I want to thank Darren Carter and his son for just working on a parody song for me that is extremely funny and extremely well written.
Dude, it's all your idea, man. It's a parody of Kiss, a song called Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
Which I wasn't familiar with. And if you guys want to hear it, go to his Instagram. You'll see it. And it's basically because you also, besides being a comedian and actor and everything, and a working actor who's worked with like 8 Oscar winners. 7.
But yeah, that's close.
Okay, so they.
I'm not an extra. You know.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Okay,
I'm
not an extra.
So an extra, you guys.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. But they call them furniture that eats. Did you know that?
Yeah, they do. They call people. Yeah.
Yeah, they're highly disrespected.
Show business is so strange, man. I'm really thinking about this. Well, my point is
who's in show business?
Yeah, he did exactly. He did a parody of Dr. Love, and we're calling it Dr. Nook. Like
Dr.
you have
Nook.
a kitchen nook, or
because I do kitchen nooks. I figure out the logistics, the figuring.
You wrote the lyrics, and Austin
did the music, but then you did the video.
AKA
and it's very early MTV. What was the guy's name from Van Halen that put out those 2 or 3 videos?
Shut up, Davis. He's Dr. Nook.
The lead singer of Van Halen, David Lee Roth, when he went on his own, and the videos were over the top.
Yeah.
California Girl.
Just a gigolo.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, people like the
Yeah. That's it. That's funny.
See, I'm your Yankee Rose.
Yeah. You know what the Yankee Rose was?
No.
Trivia.
I do not know.
Statue of Liberty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that song's about the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Bright lights. City lights, you're talking about the Yankee Rose.
Yeah. I love Van Halen, but you're right. And you know what? I also realize I love quirky novelty songs because I grew up listening to Dr. Demento.
So did I, dude. Watch this. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Dr. Demento, Shaving Cream?
Yeah.
They're coming to take me away.
Oh, my God. They're coming to take me away.
Pico and Sepulveda?
Oh, yeah.
Pico and Sepulveda.
I don't know that one.
Pico and Sepulveda. Pico and Sepulveda. And guess who I met in a theater at Pico and Sepulveda?
Who?
Joey and Mary Jo Buttafuoco.
Whoa.
All the way from Long Island. Fran and I were from Long Island, and we went to see a little tiny play of Art Matrano. Remember Art Matrano?
Oh, yeah. That's who that is.
Yeah, Police Academy. Sergeant Mauser.
Yeah. Sorry, I had a cough there, right? But I love novelty songs, and I was thinking about that. Like, I think that's one of the reasons I liked a lot of Van Halen stuff, like, even David Lee Roth, because it was kind of like, like, I'm your ice cream man. I mean, all this weird stuff.
Stop me when I'm passing by.
Yeah, or just the, what I just said, the, like, gigolo. I'm just a gigolo. Yeah. Like, it's kind of like these it's not, everything isn't just straightforward, like rock music or top 40.
No, it was, there was a lot of tongue-in-cheekness to it, which made it fun.
Yeah. You guys
might call them hacks.
Let's do this song. Let's show the guys. This is a song called Shaving Cream, and this is like an example of one of those things where you would hear this on Dr. Demento. He'd be like,
dude, I could sing along to it.
You know it? You go ahead. You sing it. You sing. I'll
watch
look
this.
Yeah.
Just before you put it on.
Yeah.
Shaving cream, be nice and clean.
No, we're not going to play it. We're going to sing it. I
Okay.
pulled up the lyrics.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay, here we go. You go for it. And I'll do the hook with you.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. But last night when I walked
into my bathroom, I stepped in a pile of shaving cream.
Shaving clean. Okay.
Shave every day and you'll always look keen. I think I'll break off with my girlfriend. Her antics are queer, I'll admit. Each time I say, darling, I love you, she tells me that I'm full of shaving cream.
Yeah, dude, funny.
Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll... Okay, you guys get the idea.
Yeah, we get it.
Our baby
I'm not going through all that, dog. I couldn't even get through the first one.
I know. It's like, what a... Yeah.
No, we looked forward to listening to Dr. Demento like every Sunday night at 10. We would sit in my dad's car.
Who?
AM radio.
You and your brothers?
Jimmy, yeah.
Oh, so now out here in Fresno, in California, it was on Sunday mornings.
It's funny you meet someone like once every 10 years that listened to Dr. Demento, and that's where Weird Al Yankovic came into our lives. Another one rides the bus. But you don't remember Uncle Floyd, do you? The TV show Uncle Floyd?
No.
Okay, it was out of New Jersey on UHF, Channel 13.
Yeah.
And the last two nights, I got introduced tonight and last night. The last two nights, I got introduced as not put everything else aside I've done, Oscar winners, this, that, etc., etc. This next guy opened for Uncle Floyd for 7 nights at the Borgata. Give it up for John DiResta. Because years later, I watched Uncle Floyd when I was 13, 14, and 15.
Yeah.
And then years later, when I became a comedian, he was doing stand-up in Jersey. And people knew who he was from public access, like Tom Green.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, I used to watch you as a kid. And I used to send letters in as John DiResta, 2 years old, but I was 16.
Yeah.
I used to draw pictures out of crayon.
Oh, like sticks?
And
maybe
he would
he'd
read it. He would say, John
cute.
DiResta is 2 years old from Hewlett. And I was 16.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
Did you tell him that?
Yeah. He was, and then watch this. He talked about dirty money while I was in the green room.
Yeah.
At the Borgata. 1,000 people are outside.
Yeah.
1,000-seat theater, sold out. Dirty Money comes on for the first episode on Discovery, a show where me, my brother, and son pick up garbage in the streets of New York, refurbish it, and sell it at the flea market.
Yeah.
And Uncle Floyd looked up at the TV, looked at me, and said, let me get this straight. After I told him I was a fan, 2 years old, pictures.
Yeah.
I said, let me get this straight. He said, you find junk in the street, you spray paint it, you bring it to the flea market, and you sell it for a profit? I go, yeah. He goes, it's genius. So he respected me, and I respected him.
Wow. That's
Are we
cool.
okay? You looking at it?
Yeah, I was just like, I'm looking at these levels I can't believe it. For a second, I was like, because your voice is loud, like
Okay,
in
I'm
real
sorry.
life. No, but I'm wondering but I might have had the mic too low.
Dude, the last 3 stand-up shows I did,
Yeah.
they lowered the mic in the middle of my set.
No, I'm thinking in real
but
life.
I mean, everyone could hear it.
In real life, you're loud, but I'm thinking, is it being recorded loud? I don't know. But whatever, it's a thing.
I'm loud because I grew up in Long Island where everyone just demeans and yells at each other and puts people down and speaks fast.
Yeah, see, I have to be
I'm not angry.
I got to be the booker, the engineer.
I'm not racist.
The reason.
But my jokes are.
My jokes are. I like that. Okay, back to Dr. Demento. What about the song? Do you remember Dead Puppies? Dead Puppies.
Dead Puppies, I don't know.
How about Fish Heads?
Yeah, roly-poly fish heads.
Roly-poly fish heads.
Yep, I remember Fish Heads.
Yum. Oh, you know what song I love? Oh, man.
They're coming to take me
away.
away.
They're coming to wake me away. To the funny farm.
Life is beautiful all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be happy to see them in my green and white suit.
Yeah. What's that one song about the Cowboys? About Irving, Big Irving.
No, that one I don't remember.
It was 5'2".
Don't remember it.
Oh, it was so funny. I didn't.
There was another one, Rides the Bus.
Oh, yeah? Weird Al Yankovic.
And which I think, if I know my Dr. Demento history.
My baloney.
Well, yeah, My Baloney, but I'm pretty sure another one, Rides the Bus, the one we all got used to, was live in the studio.
Yeah.
And then tape recorded. And
Yeah.
that's the one we got used to.
Oh yeah, I've seen videos of that. Do. No, but the cowboy one's really good. Big Irving. I looked it up on YouTube. I found it. It's funny. And you know what? I thought it was funny as a kid, and then as I got older, I realized like, oh, it's even funnier because I didn't know certain things that you don't know. Like,
Okay.
Like there's a part like with his mother's wishes, even in the kitchen, he had 2 sets of dishes. And it turns out he's like this Jewish cowboy who's like 5'2", and he keeps his Sabbath. They're talking about that in the song. I didn't know any of that stuff when I was a kid. But I just picture this little short, stubby, fat guy, and
I remember, I got blown for a loop the first time I saw Dr. Demento. Didn't he have a top hat, maybe?
Yeah.
Like a white tuxedo.
Yeah, Dr. Demento.
Is he still alive?
Yes, I believe so. I think he just retired from the radio. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Barry. His name is Barry. Dude, I love that show. I think was it a 4-hour show?
No, I only remember it in tiny spurts.
Because I think it was a 2-hour show in Fresno.
I grew up, and my dad let us watch Dr. Demento. And if my mom went to Florida to visit a family, he let us all watch Monty Python. Was a big deal because there was naked women.
Yeah. That's funny. See,
yeah.
I don't have any connection at all with Monty Python.
Oh,
I know,
no.
I know a lot of people are diehards. They love it.
I grew up,
You know?
at the age of 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
We looked forward to it on a
Yeah.
Sunday night. Like, we all laid around the TV.
I think I'm a little. I don't know. I'm just gonna say maybe I'm not the age group that's a little
But
too young
watch
for
this,
it.
Benny
Yeah.
Hill, I only watched in the background at people's houses. I never, I was never big on Benny Hill.
Now Benny Hill, I like the theme song, right?
Yep.
Was it Yakety Sax?
I don't remember his theme song. If someone said it to me,
I think
would
it's
think
like.
it. Yeah, something like
And he's like
that's
slapping
it.
the bald guy on top and the girl with the big bikini tops. And you know what, man? I was in this. I used to be in forensics. It's the speech team, and you would write little 10-minute speeches. But I'd always make mine comedy. It was like humorous interpretation and speech. It's called Speech to Entertain. I did this 2 years in high school.
Wow.
2 years in college.
Never heard of it.
It was great. It totally gave me a life stand-up experience.
Right.
The only thing missing was you didn't use a microphone, so you'd be in a classroom or you'd be in an auditorium.
Okay.
And you have to project your voice.
Right.
And I remember the judges would judge you. By the way, man, one of my biggest accomplishments, senior year, I went to the state finals, man, and I won.
Wow.
I got to go to San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly, and perform and I won, man. And then in college, community college, I went to nationals. I went to Minneapolis. It was amazing.
Wow, I never even heard of such a
First
sport.
time on a plane, first time in a hotel, the Hotel Sofa. It was just an amazing experience. But it wasn't my first time on a hotel. My first time on an airplane. That's the first thing it was. But I was going to say, one of the judges, when I did my performance, one of the things that they said that I was, this is like a funny thing to tell a teenager. They go, "You're funnier than Benny Hill."
No, there you go.
And I realized in their frame of reference, Benny Hill is funny, and then I made them laugh more than Benny Hill.
Wow.
But it's kind of a funny compliment,
It's
right?
100% compliment.
Funnier than Benny Hill.
You're funny. I did a gig at the Borgata, Atlantic City, 1,000-seat theater, and I was out in front at the merch table, and a guy grabbed my arm and he just goes, "I paid $80 to see David Spade. I paid $10 to see you. You were 8 times funnier." I think it was a math joke in tens. But, you hear that a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is interesting, right? Like sometimes as you get older, like you also like realize certain things. I don't let it go to my ego. Like I remember once I was in Knoxville, Tennessee, and somebody told me I was funnier. We just saw fill in the blank star at the such and such
David
arena.
Spade.
Yeah, at the arena, and we just saw you, and you're funnier than him. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you're in a 150-seat comedy club. Like it's like you can see me at the arena. You might have had nosebleed seats and paid 10 times as much. So I don't know. I don't take those. I appreciate the compliment, but you also realize, you got to keep working because.
100%, dude. I did a TV show with Henny Youngman. Remember Henny Youngman?
Take my wife, please.
Okay, I did, and he was so old he couldn't get to the studio. They plopped him in the security booth, like literally at the front of the studio.
Wow!
And in the security booth, I stepped in to shake his hand, and he was so curled over, like his head was touching his knees. And I yelled, "Any advice? I'm a fellow comedian." And he said, "Never stay home for your price. You have to be ready for the big ones that pay."
Yeah.
So that's why I'm 7 nights a week. I did 2 last night, And
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I did the Junkyard last night.
Yeah. By the way, you keep mentioning the Junkyard, guys. The Junkyard, it's a restaurant in Simi Valley. It's like it's like 10 times bigger than Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, it's
Or
a
Fridays
it's
or
a
something.
diner deli restaurant,
But they have a
have a
banquet
little
room.
comedy room in the back.
I mean, you're talking about shitty gigs, and then you're saying that you're at the Junkyard. I was down at the local dump, and let me tell you.
Especially with my accent, like the guy plays junkyards. But it's close to that, you know that. That's
yeah.
the
They
stuff
got
we've
like
done.
wheelbarrows hanging from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
they
and,
have they have garage sale stuff on all the walls.
Yeah, it's all wacky. And,
But on a nicer note, one of the comedians that opened up last night was an Indian woman that just moved to L.A. Valley Village
wow.
from San Francisco. And she got up and said, "Good evening, everybody. My name is Kashash Patel, and it's nice to tell you that very good to be in Simi Valley. Very nice."
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't talk like that. It was really funny the way she did it.
Oh, that's funny.
She almost sounded like a tough New Yorker.
Yeah.
But anyway, she was really pretty.
Wow.
And she was very funny. And
Nice.
she was,
Find out her name.
something.
I wonder if Tarun will have her on his podcast.
Yeah, I hooked him up.
We have a friend. He's Indian, and you've heard of the Kama Sutra. He has a podcast called the Convo Sutra.
No, but the reason
Yeah.
I bring it up is because a lot of comedians, and I say this with all due respect,
Yeah.
a lot of them look like misfits. You know what I mean? The percentage of misfitness
Yeah.
is high.
Right.
So to see someone that almost looks normal and is funny, you know what I mean? Like the combination, kind of like myself. I mean, I'm handsome and I'm funny.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
But you're not
I mean,
so handsome to where it's like, why is he up here? You know, it's like,
but I was just going to say, I always liked Dice Clay and I always liked Jim Carrey because I thought they were handsome.
yeah.
You know, they weren't just funny. They were normal looking. They could be a movie star.
Because a lot of times comedians would let themselves, or character actors would let themselves kind of like have a weird look to them.
It's just...
You ever go into a commercial audition? You're like, God, everyone here looks like a freak.
Yeah.
But then they
they get the job.
get the job because you got to
Dude,
stand out.
I've been told I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too old, I'm too famous, I'm too New York, I'm not famous enough.
How did you lose weight?
Ozempic. You know, expensive but cheaper than blow. Ozempic. You know, it lets you know when to go. That's a bathroom joke.
It's a bathroom joke.
Ozempic. You know, it turned your mom into a hoe.
Shaving cream.
Yeah, there
Be
you go.
nice and
there you go,
clean.
dude. Funny.
Da,
There
da,
you
da,
go.
da,
That's
da,
funny.
da,
You saw it coming.
Yeah.
You saw it in my eyes.
Turn your mom into a
In my-
housewife.
Yeah.
Remember that rap song? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
I was just looking for. I've been searching
Yeah.
for a third verse, and obviously the word "hoe" falls into place. I've yet to work out the syllables. It's no Dr. Nook.
Call me Doc. Anyways, they
So did I tell you real quick? A
tell me.
strange thing happened. I was going to go to a flea market today on Sunday.
By the way, real quick, we're going to plug ourselves. If you like this episode, do us a huge favor. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Share the link. Whatever, however you're listening, let your friends know. Hey, man, put it in your Instagram stories if you're listening on Apple or Spotify. And if you want to do a little thing, go to Buy Me a Coffee. It's the link in the Instagram. Click my little link, the link tree. Little link in the link tree. Okay, continue.
Okay, so I was going to go to a swap meet in Burbank, and it's a big deal to lug 30 or 40 benches, set up a spot, set up a canopy, be out there all day, you know, in a porta potty.
By the way, you know who goes there now? I just saw, remember the owner of Flappers, half owner, Dave?
Yeah.
He's doing something with glass, making art with glass, and he's doing it there in Burbank.
On Magnolia.
Yep.
Right, and Corey runs it.
At the bank.
Corey runs it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
the flea market. It's his flea market.
Oh, wow.
So I decided against it, and I just had a feeling like I just don't need it. I'd rather go to my shop and work and you know, just have an easy day. And it winds up, a guy contacted me a month ago. He said, I was the biggest fan of your Fix-It show called Dirty Money on Discovery. I'm the biggest fan. I'll be in L.A. to see my son in a play. I'm from Sacramento, San Francisco area. And he says, can I come visit? And I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
And today I look down and it says, I'll be there at 12:30. And I'm thinking it's a customer. Right? I didn't even read the text. I'll be there at 12:30. Oh,
Yeah.
someone's coming to buy a bench. And then the guy said, I'm 5 minutes out. And I read, and he's a fan. And I didn't even know from which TV show. And it wind up, he sat for 2 hours and showed me videos of one of my shows and reminded me that I was really funny on a woodworking show.
How many shows have you had?
I've had five shows canceled.
Your sitcom. Okay, so
I
you
had
had
the sitcom on UPN.
called DiResta. If you
Right.
guys can find it, go to YouTube. Go wherever you find.
Yeah, it's hard to
Canceled.
find. I'm going to post it.
Yeah. You have.
So the sitcom was canceled.
Right.
Next show was called Trash to Cash with John DiResta.
Trash.
It was on FX.
Was that like the biggest of the woodworking type show?
No, not
okay.
not for me.
So the first one was Trash
The first
to Cash.
one was Trash to Cash, me and Jimmy DiResta. 3 years later, we got a second chance with HGTV and a show called Hammered. That one was the biggest one. You know, we did 2 seasons. It got paid really well.
Yeah.
About 3 years after that went away, we had a show called Dirty Money. And this guy that showed up today was a huge fan of Dirty Money. He had trivia questions.
Wow.
He was, on this episode, you said this, but what did you really mean?
What did Okay.
It basically, me, Jimmy, and my son Matt were the cast.
Yeah.
And you were led to believe we lived in New York City, and we picked garbage out of the streets of New York, redid it, and then sold it at the local flea market. We refurbished
Why
things.
can't you just recreate that show and do it again?
Well, I can, but,
Can you?
Well,
Should we?
Jimmy lives upstate New York,
Yeah.
so Jimmy said to me today, if you come this way, we could do something. And I made a blanket statement that it gets cold there, but I could fly back and forth. If him and I got something going, I'm not tied here.
Yeah. Maybe do it just like how we do. Here's the thing. Here's what I was thinking of. So you had Dirty Money, Trash to Cash,
And Hammered.
And were they all you and
All me and Jimmy.
and your brother Jimmy? So that's the common denomination. So you kind of need but your brother's cool. He'll work with you maybe on a TV thing. Or is he kind of moving on with
No.
Yeah.
He's moved on in 10 different ways.
Yeah.
But he's still back to ground zero, square one.
Yeah.
And I said to him today, look, what we had was special. John Mulrooney said that the comedic teaming of John and Jimmy DiResta was as skilled and as talented as Abbott and Costello, Stiller and Mira. John Mulrooney said mine and Jimmy's relationship, probably much like yours and I's on this show.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you acquiesce to
Yes.
my hacky funniness.
I acquiesce, you acquiesce.
Yeah, there you go. I acquiesce to myself.
Baby got
hack. Yeah.
Don't worry, B.
Hacky.
'Cause I'm hacky.
Yeah, dude. I'm back in hack.
Back in hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call me
Dr.
Dr. Hack.
Okay, so
Jimmy said, come up here and we'll do something.
So here's the thing: you don't have to move there. You don't
No,
have to
I
live
know,
there.
I know.
Why don't
But
you
watch this.
get a little thing? Say, hey, here's my idea. Da, 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 da.
Well, right now-
and nowadays you could film things. You know what I mean? You don't need a whole big ass.
Right. No, especially Jimmy DiResta knows how to do that.
Yeah, you get. I mean, I know guy. Anyways, and you get a little sizzle reel. Then you get a guy like Barry Katz. Hi Barry, how you doing today?
What's up, Papa?
Hey, John and his brother, they shot a little trailer, and is there?
Well,
what do you?
I executive produced Trash to Cash, so I have a history with those two.
Okay, well they did.
And if you don't mind, Jimmy's the smart one with the inventions, and John is what I would like to, and I would say this to his face. He's what we call the lovable hack.
You would say that if he was sitting right here.
His premises start in earnest.
They do. Life,
And then
death,
it's a
relationship, and then how do the
They
stories
end
end?
in a hacky street reference or street joke, such as Coney Island's a nice area if you're a bullet.
Oh yeah, that's
He
true.
thinks he wrote that. He He has more chins than a Chinese phone.
Yeah, he does do that. Oh wait, there's DiResta right now. Hey John, what's going
what's
on?
up, dog?
Hey
How
dude,
you
listen,
doing?
I gotta think real quick, man. I gotta tell you, they want to buy your TV show, but they're gonna need just for medical. They're gonna need a urine sample, a feces sample, and a sperm sample.
So they're going to need a semen sample,
Yeah,
a sperm sample,
stool sample.
and a urine sample.
yeah.
That's easy. I'll just give him my underwears. Don't worry.
Be hacky.
Come on,
so
dude.
gross, dude. I heard an open micer say that 35 years ago.
That's okay. He didn't go through the police academy
That's
like
true.
I did.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know. He was an old man. His name was the Great Scambini. I'm the Great Scambini.
Well, I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, I say old man. He might have been in his 40s, but
In 1977, I worked on a fishing boat in Sheepshead Bay.
wow.
Yeah, I was the youngest guy on the boat and the least inexperienced. So I started off as a junior beta, and I worked my way up to a master beta.
That's what I'm talking about. Is that what you mean, Barry? Like that? Like he starts out as a junior beta,
That's
and
a good example of
him being
what's next. Why do Jewish people have big noses? Is that next?
oh gosh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
He's a lovable hack, but sometimes
not so lovable.
he does the Chinese accent.
Oh, that's still it's funny.
He does the bit about karaoke in Hong Kong. I believe I can fry.
Oh God, Dr. Ken did that, by the way.
That's okay. John DiResta was really there and saw it. Right? Why can't he have
They
it
call
too?
him Dr. Heck.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No,
anyways,
but for real.
But,
Parallel thinking, dog.
yeah. Hey, by the way, I was thinking of this. Like, you do. I listened to Barry Katz. He did a podcast with Craig Shoemaker, who was Comedian of the Year in 1998, 1997, something like that. And he also won an Emmy. Anyways, it was a really interesting episode.
Okay.
And Craig was talking about pitching shows. Like he's like, I don't just do stand up. I also do this. I also do that. I also do this. And one of the things he said, he goes, I want to sell a cartoon. I want to sell and these different ideas. And on the way here, I thought, man, there's all these platforms. They need content. Get back into the, get a working show, a woodworking show or something like that.
No, I know.
Back on the air. All you got to do, I guess, is just like shoot a little thing, give them the idea of what it would be.
I
and,
got to be honest with you. I've been waiting for someone to come to me. I
ain't gonna
haven't
happen,
made the initial.
right?
I know, dude. I get it.
Yeah, and also real
Get it.
quick,
I'm sorry.
You're right. I know. I sound like I'm the king of
No,
show
I'm
business,
sorry.
and that ain't gonna
I know.
happen.
What are you, Harvey Weinstein? On a budget?
Yeah, on a budget. I know. They but you know what? I don't know, man. Nowadays with AI and stuff, maybe you could create. You put the prompts in there. Create me wood shop, and then you guys just have like some green screen background. Create. I don't know, or maybe there is but also you don't need a network as well.
No, I get it.
could-
Look,
you know,
dude, I've been starting
yeah.
to do little interviews in my shop.
Yeah.
1 minute with the proper
Right,
lighting,
right.
telling a funny story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I look tan.
Let's go backwards.
Go ahead.
Can we go backwards? Dirty Money. Just give me a 30-second synopsis of what that was one more time. Dirty Money. You find
Me, Jimmy, and my son
Yeah.
was in the show. His name was Rat Boy because he went up and into dumpsters. We literally went dumpster diving in New York City.
But you didn't have to. He did it.
Well, he did it, but he crawled in and handed the wood out to us. And when
Yeah.
they knock down a building in New York City or the Lower East Side,
Yeah.
there's beams in there that are from the 1800s that nobody wants.
Yeah.
Beams.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could build another house. You know what I
Wow.
mean? As long as you clean out the bolts and the nails.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we would build something out of the stuff we found in the street over the week and then sell those items, watch the items be built, and then you see them be sold to a chump or someone that they bought something nice, but you followed the story of these beams from junk, covered in sheetrock and cement,
Yeah.
to sanded, to assembled, and someone buys a big backyard bench made out of wood from the 1800s.
Wow.
At a flea market.
And that was called Dirty
Money.
No.
The original name was Lord of the Fleas.
I like
Lord
that.
of the Flies. About the hierarchy at the flea market, who's important, who's not. And the name was too long.
Yeah.
In the TV guide, they saw Dirty Money. They named the show,
yeah.
not us. Oh, and this is a very funny scenario.
Brevity wit.
When you
You
put
wanna
in
keep it
Dirty
short.
Money,
Yeah.
guess what comes up?
Something.
Our show, hold on, this is a true story.
Strippers.
Worse.
Uh-oh.
P. Diddy.
Oh no!
had a band called Dirty Money.
Oh no!
So it's John and Jimmy DiResta come up, and P Diddy.
Did you at least get invited to a freak off?
No, that's funny. That's
It was in a dumpster with Rat Boy.
That's funny. We did 10 episodes. They got really good ratings, and to this day, it was 14 years ago, and they never told us why they took it off the air.
Dirty Money. Okay, so that's Dirty Money. What was the premise of Hammered?
Hammered was me and Jimmy in a shop, and we would make things from scratch. We didn't pick garbage, but you would show up and say, hey, my son is 19. He plays heavy metal music.
He's 18.
He has a show coming up. Can you make him a something in the back that looks like a flaming rainbow?
Yeah.
You know, just like for 4 songs.
Yeah.
And Jimmy and I cheaply would make a 3-dimensional Wizard of Oz with flames coming out of it.
Yeah.
You know, we made like TV sets and big tables and props.
So people would come to you. Here's the project.
Here's the project.
Here's my
we
story.
Make it, then here's the ta-da
Here's
at
the
the
story
end.
about the project.
Here's the ta-da.
Yeah.
You know, the whole, like,
Yeah.
we made something for Knights of Columbus, and the whole group sees us pull the blanket off. You know, he's like
Nice.
15 New Yorkers. That's really nice.
Yeah. And that was Hammer. What was the other one called?
Trash to Cash.
And what was that one like?
That was on FX.
What was the premise of that
and
one?
I hate to say it, the premise of Trash to Cash
Yeah.
was finding stuff, fixing it, and selling it. However, Discovery liked that show. They liked the concept and thought it wasn't given. So even though we did it a second time, like 7 or 8 years later.
Yeah. Dirty Money?
Yeah, Dirty Money.
It sounds like Dirty Money.
Yeah, Dirty Money was. Yeah, it's a similar concept.
What do you mean I hate to say it? What would you hate about that?
That we redid the same idea.
Well, why can't you do it again?
I don't know. It just
Trash to Cash, Dirty
we're
Money.
hacks.
Why don't we just call the show? You know, we'll figure out the name later. Go to AI and ask what should I
Well,
call
watch this. On that note, I was
Yeah.
saying that I didn't want to say we did the same idea twice.
Yeah.
I watched Rocky 1, 2, and 3 the other day, back to back.
I'm listening. Uh-huh.
And guess what happened?
What?
It's the same movie. Dude, we were sold the same bill of goods. with the
true.
same plot twists.
A little
and
bit. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they plug in.
And, dude, the 5th show I was on that was canceled, I didn't create it. I was a cast member in a show called American Body Shop on Comedy Central with Nick Offerman, the famous Nick Offerman. Him and I were the two funny guys on the show.
And then your brother was on some TV show, I remember, like a couple of years ago.
Making Fun on Netflix, the only woodworking show they ever had.
Making Fun?
That was what it was called. And it was 5 guys in a shop making stuff.
Dude, I just went to AI right now, and I said, and as you were talking, so I'm trying to type real fast. All I wrote was, think of a TV show title like Dirty Money or Trash to Cash. You know what it came up with? I want you to...
Dirty Trash to Cash.
No. Look at this.
Grind to Gold.
What do you think?
I'm not sure I'm crazy about grime. No, because the stuff we pick up is 3-dimensional and clean. Can I give you an example of someone that didn't know their ass from their elbow in Hollywood?
Who? Yeah, tell me.
I met a woman at a flea market,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Boy, you're really funny. You're handsome. Do you make this stuff?" I said, "I do." She said, "Muck to Millions is funny." But let me, this
Okay, I
is
gotta
the
put this
point
down.
of the story.
Yeah. I'm like, how do I get on this
she
TV
said,
money?
"Can you come and meet me and meet my team? We're thinking of doing a show where you pick up junk and you fix it and you sell it. Would that interest you?"
That's what I'm saying.
But no,
Yeah.
that happens a lot, and then they do
Yeah.
their homework and find out 3 shows have failed.
So?
that all you
Yeah.
say so, but they ghost me.
But they don't have me on there.
Okay, but this woman, I got
Yeah.
a meeting.
I like my women like I like my
and she
tables.
says to me,
on all fours.
"I'm telling you right now, if you get the job,
Mm-hmm.
on the DVD cover or the poster is going to be you and a partner who will cast.
Yeah.
You're in the running,
Yeah.
and both of you are going to have spaghetti dumped on your head."
Yeah.
That's how much she doesn't get
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
What we do.
Would you do it for that?
I would agree to do it, but the concept of the whole
Yeah.
show was
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
It's off.
We find trash.
We don't get
Yeah.
muck.
You want it muck.
We don't get muck.
Yeah.
We get 3-dimensional material that you could reuse. I picked the garbage today.
Dude, here's what we're going to do. Here's a premise. You get a comedy coach. Not that you need one, but just for this premise of the show.
Go ahead.
you do a couple minutes of, take my underwear, whatever.
Right.
And then this coach digs down deep and he brings the funny out of you that's all original. We call it From Hack to Cash. And on the cover of your special, there's spaghetti.
From Hack to Mac. You know what a Mac is?
Yeah,
It's
Big
like
Daddy Mac.
Yeah. From Hack
to Mac.
That's funny. I like that. That's funny.
From Hack to Mac.
Right. And ready, Eddie, hold on. Ready for this?
I'm the
This is the funny part.
I'm the whack hack.
Dude, this is the pilot episode is an intervention.
Yeah.
With a bunch of comedians and people that care about me that go, look, we get it.
Look, we get it.
We get the stereotype jokes.
Yeah.
We get the underwears.
Yeah.
We get the yellow toenail jokes.
Hold on. You can even tell where you're going with your jokes, I think. You see an Asian gentleman and he's driving. What happens?
There's an accident.
Exactly. You see... we already know.
A black guy? He steals stuff.
You see a blonde woman.
She's dumb.
Exactly.
Right, everybody knows that.
You see a short person.
He's a midget.
Exactly. You see a person who's, over 299 pounds.
They're gross.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. You see
It's not my fault they're fat and ugly and short.
It's
not my fault.
You see an Italian.
They're greasy and dishonest.
You see a redheaded guy from Ireland.
He's got a small penis. I mean, he's got a cheese doodle. Dude.
Wait, that's not a stereotype for redheads.
Listen,
what the fudge?
This is the beginning of my hack.
Yeah.
I did a gig in Route 59 in Nanuet.
Yeah.
I was still a cop. I was still making $50 a weekend as a comedian. I never thought I'd have a TV show. I never thought I'd move to L.A. That's how new I was.
Yeah.
And the guy that brought me up was short, and he had really red hair. And his name was Thomas Clark. And I said, give it up. This is like set 50.
Yeah.
And I'm on set 7,500. I go, give it up for Thomas Clark. He's short. And he has red hair.
Yeah.
His dick probably looks like a cheese doodle.
Ooh.
And that was it. I was off to the races, dude. I'm a hack. I'm an aggressive Long Island hack.
Let's see.
Can I tell you how the hack worked tonight?
Yeah.
I did a horrible gig in a horrible bar where people aren't listening.
Right.
You know what I mean? The sports is still on the TV. Yeah. They're shooting pool in the corner. This is an hour ago. and I said, look, I have to go on first. I have a podcast to do. And the guy comes up the stage. His name is Tahihi. That's his real name. Tahihi, like Thheee.
Yeah. Shout out to Tahiti.
And Tahiti comes up and says, hey, everybody, welcome to Liquid Zoo.
Yeah.
Your first comedian for tonight. He's in a lot of stuff, John DiResta. Now, I thought he was going to do 10 minutes. You dig what I mean? So I got to put my camera on real quick, lean it against the soda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I said, give it up for Tahiti. That was a wonderful warm down.
Yeah.
And that was it. I got my first laugh by being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Ranking him out.
Right.
And being a hack.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody wins.
You know what's funny? Because your comedy, and just like my comedy, we're not trying to piss people off. You know what I mean? Because there are comedians that are like, I'm edgy, man. I talk about what's happening. And I do enjoy watching them, but I personally don't want to do that.
I was thinking of it today. When I was a new comedian, I did a gig all the way in the end of Long Island. Like, it was the furthest gig I ever did, closest to Montauk Point. Like $50 in a restaurant that was shaped like an old ship. You literally walked into like an old galleon wooden ship that now you open it up and it's a restaurant with 20 tables.
Yeah.
And the guy that went on either before me or after me was a real Long Island old-time hack with the dyed hair and the suit jacket. You know what I mean? Like Jackie Mason-ish.
Yeah.
And I remember him being so unfunny that he threatened, I'll clear this whole room if that's what you want. Like, the vibe of that is so bad.
Stuff. I know.
He's looking to clear the room.
I know. They do. I know. It's so crazy.
Bobby Slayton was sued. Did you ever hear this one?
Maybe.
Giggles in Seattle. The guy still owes me $60.
What happened?
Bobby Slayton made fun of a bachelorette party so bad that the bride was crying. And she sued him and the club because he ruined her bachelorette party.
What an idiot. She is. It's
dude,
it's a comedy club. Come on.
She didn't sign up to be ranked out.
Yeah. Still, it's subjective. Subjective. All right, so they so I love your comedy. And by the way, I took you to a gig this week. Well, I said meet me there.
Oh, right.
You guys check this out, man. We did this gig in East LA at a place called Lincoln Heights. Packed. It's a predominantly Latino, I would say Mexican bar, probably 250 people in there, packed to the walls. A lot of great comedians. Gary Cannon was on the show. We didn't even see him. We got there, he was there early. Gary Cannon, he does audience warm-up for all these different network television shows. Fraser Smith from KLOS, he was the host. Ruben Paul's got a weekly show at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Had a guy named Momo Rodriguez, who's a regular on the George Lopez television show. And comedy legend, Paul Rodriguez, you know what? And Paul was supposed to be the headliner and go last, but he said, you know what, I got to get out of here. So he went on in the middle, and I thought, man, I got to. He's a Mexican legend, man. Like, it's like, there's like Paul Rodriguez, George Lopez, and that's it. There might be a few others from back in the day. Now there's more Latinos coming up now, but I mean, as far as like, Cheech Marin. But, so I mean, he's killing in their thing, for what, you know what I mean? They're like, they respect him. They're like applauding. They're calling him a legend. Somebody called him a pioneer. I'm like, damn. And then I had to follow that. But luckily, they put you on. You weren't
I had to follow
You weren't
that.
booked on the show, and they said, let's give John DiResta's in the house, and you went up. Dude, you killed, man.
Oh,
you
dude,
killed.
thank you. I appreciate it. And the crazy thing was, I don't know what I was thinking. I drove all the way there, took my life in my hands. It's not the greatest neighborhood. It's dark.
Right.
I'm Caucasian. I'm just stating my truth.
Yeah.
I'm Caucasian.
Truth.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
I was born this way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I never owned a slave.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not a racist.
Aren't you a colonizer?
But my jokes are.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was
I'm not a
weird.
colonizer.
I found it just loud. I found the volume of the show loud.
Yeah.
And then there was so many people, as many people as there were laughing.
Yeah.
It was a rowdy scene of people talking and food and forks clinking and waitresses and everyone that had to go to the bathroom had to walk right past the comedian.
Yep.
So I found it, and I didn't tell you this, I found it to be, for lack of a better term, a tiny bit disjointed for the comedian. There was no spotlight. There was a little stage with a bad step up, no handrail.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a weird situation. So I just said, you know what? I can go home and draw in my notebook and work on my stand-up or the woodworking or close a deal. And I said, I'm going to go. And I didn't even go there to do a set. I had no intentions. And both of you guys said, dude, just 5 minutes. And I said, you know what? Okay. And then within 2 or 3 jokes of being up there, I was like, oh, this was really a good idea to stay. It was fun.
Yeah.
And
you did great.
it was, I appreciate that.
Following?
Yeah. I made myself a rule. You don't know this.
Yeah.
I wrote down in my notebook the other day that anytime someone could play heavy metal when I go up, no matter who it is, ask them to do it. Even if you're the only comedian that gets music, it's going to wake everyone up.
Right.
And that guy played Crazy Train, and everybody responded.
Totally.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. All aboard!
Yeah, right off the bat. Yeah, you're on the John DiResta hack train.
Yeah. All aboard. Woo, woo.
Right?
It's funny. I just remember this. We talk about it being in East LA, Mexican Comedy Club. Do you know it's on the corner of Broadway and Griffin? And across the street was a restaurant called King Taco. Yeah, I mean, it was really Mexican there. It was great.
Well,
I love
this.
it though.
I think I've only eaten King Taco once, but Tim Conway Jr. talks about it 7 nights a week.
What's he say?
It's just he knows where the address of every one of them.
Wow.
And when he says, well, I got to go to my daughter's Little League game, but I don't mind because there's a King Taco at East
That's
LA
awesome.
and 5th. Yeah, he knows them
No,
all.
you're right. Because when they booked me on this gig, I said, "Where is it?" And he goes, "It's near East LA. It's East LA. It's a night you'll like it." And I was like, "They got the parking lot lit up. Don't worry." Because you're right. You do feel like, I don't know, man. But no, it was nice. And by the way,
can I tell you what I found out about that? And I've been doing, I've been to 7,000, 8,000 stand-up shows.
Yeah.
That it had the vibe of just everyone respecting the comedians, respecting the fact that it's going to get a little racy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was beautiful.
And what's the biggest regret of the night?
Yeah.
I got brought up so quick, I kind of didn't know where to put my camera, and my battery was dead. So I only taped 3 minutes of my set, but it was enough to learn about the Ozzy Osbourne and my couple of opening jokes. Mm-hmm. But what I missed was you putting the flashlight on my Ozempic ass.
Yeah.
That would have been good to have.
That was funny because
Yeah,
it's
was
like
really
you're showing,
funny.
you're doing the jokes where he turns around and he goes, look at my butt, it's flat. And then you kind of poke your pants in there and start act like it's really funny. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it, but it looked funny when I put the flashlight on.
Right.
But you know what I was going to say is, dude, for you to follow Paul Rodriguez, Mexican legend.
Right, no, I know.
Born in East LA, all these movies he's been in. He's played for thousands of people. I mean, anyway, some of my best gigs are with Paul. You know, he's taking me on the road. And so anyways, my point
And that's
is,
my second gig with him.
and
Go
you
ahead.
followed him like in a Mexican place.
Yeah, it is.
That'd be like somebody going to like, don't you think, what would that be like? Going to New York, following Andrew Dice Clay at a local.
Yeah, at Long Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, and they're like, he's a legend. And then you got to go up there. I'm not from here. I'm from Fresno. And then, but killing. You killed, you know?
I'm from Clovis.
Yeah.
I'm not retarded, though.
Yeah. And then I followed you, and it was great to go up there and kind of, you know, did you see my set?
I thought it was
Yeah.
hysterical, dude. The Stallone and Heavens to Murgatroyd. I'm so glad I remembered. I wanted to tell you that.
Thank you.
You did Heavens to Murgatroyd
Yes,
that night. And
Snagglepuss,
guess
yeah.
what, dude?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you as an audience member and a fan and a comedy coach, a lot of people got a kick out of Heavens to Murgatroyd. And I'll tell you why. For the people that know it, it's fantastic memory, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't know it, it sounds funny. It's money in the bank.
I think that came up to me on the spot. I should write that down because I totally forgot I did that. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, no.
Because I did the Snoop Dogg thing and I went, bow, wow, yeah, what's cracking? Ooh, well, it's the Dico Double G, the big Snoop Dogg. Baby was a virgin. That's what she. And I go, yeah, you guys get the idea. And then I just had this realization because it did really well. And I go, man, I'm so glad you guys liked it. I go, there's going to be one day when I feel like I'll do an impression and people are like, who? I go, why is he doing Snagglepuss? It'll look like that to them. It'll just be a sea of blank faces. And I'll be like, heavens to Megatroid even. Megatroid, exit stage left even. And you're right, they loved it.
Well, dude, I do a similar joke.
Yeah.
I was in Miss Congeniality, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. These movies are 25, 26 years old.
Yeah.
I said to someone yesterday, I said to a grown adult, I'm in Miss Congeniality. And that adult looked at me and said, I don't know what that is.
Ooh.
They don't even know it's a movie.
I'm in Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, dude, have you heard me say that?
No, you should do a bit, though.
I do.
Act cocky and then name these old movies. I'm in Blackboard Jungle.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm in Wizard of Oz.
I'm in Grapes of Wrath. But everyone knows Wizard of Oz, though, right? Still. But you should kind of pick one that's a little bit like off the beaten path. I'm in, what's one of those James Dean movies that he was in? They always mention it.
Rebel Without a Cause.
I was in Rebel Without a Cause. I was in, then, no, say a movie like all cocky, but then say like part 2, you know? I was in,
yeah.
I don't know, like one of those, what's a famous John Wayne movie? I was in Rio Grande Part 2. Like what? I don't know, but anyways, it's,
I was in a Charlie Chaplin movie.
Oh yeah?
No, I'm only kidding. I can't think of one.
I was in Charlie and the Chocolate. That'd be cool. I find that sometimes people, here's something I realized later, but as a young comedian, I was very gullible. Like when they would do the intro on the comedian.
Right.
Like this one comedian, God rest his soul, he passed away, but they were like, he's the voice of G.I. Joe cartoon. He's the this and that. It was like some cool shit, you know?
Right.
He was in the movie Roadhouse. So I saw Roadhouse going to look at him, and I never saw him in the movie.
Right.
And you realize, like, oh yeah, people get cut out of movies, or they just make up shit when they're in Fresno or whatever. Like I didn't know what happened, you know. And then you get in the business more, and you're like, oh yeah, like I had a.
Well, I have a funny story on the
But you really were in this stuff.
Yeah,
You guys
I really
can go
was,
look him
but
up.
here's
He
a
really
funny
was.
story about not being in it.
Yeah.
Right. You went and watched your friend that lied, so he's not in it.
Right.
So I'm at my lumberyard the other day,
Yeah.
and there's an older Mexican guy named Edgar, and he likes me. And I think he likes me a little bit too much.
A lot of people like the Edgar haircut these days.
Listen, I'm handsome. It's not easy being handsome.
But this guy, he likes you a little too much.
He likes,
think.
he's just a little touchy feely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The hands.
Yeah.
With the hands.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a maricon. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Isn't that your agent's name?
Yes, Marty Cohn.
Marty Cohn.
APA. I get it, Marty Cohn.
Who's your manager? Is he from the...
He's Ruben Kincaid. You know him.
Kincaid.
Yeah, Partridge Family. Yeah. I think I love you.
What am I
So,
afraid of?
I go to the shop, and they all know I'm in the movies. You know,
Yeah.
they know I'm an actor. I'm in the Lumberyard 100 times every day.
Yeah.
5 times a day, I'm at Annawald.
Yeah.
So I meet him at the front. I'm walking in here. He goes, yo, DiResta, my wife and I last night, some miscongeniality comes on, and your name is by the title. You know that. Your name is big letter by the title. I see your name. I tell my wife, I know this guy at the Lumberyard every day, 5 times a day.
John DiResta.
And then we watch the movie, and you're not in it. He didn't even recognize me. I was so fat.
How much do you weigh now?
170. I just reached my goal weight.
170.
Ozempic. You know, it turned your mom to a shaving cream. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I didn't even think I was going to
We should do a different punchline, though. Yeah. But I see what you're saying.
I know.
Yeah,
I
well-
couldn't think of anything.
That's okay.
It's
You
late.
will. It's will.
So I was 255. What I remember, my highest was 255, 4X on some shirts.
Damn.
Yep.
So you don't look like that guy.
And I know, but
you look
wouldn't
better now.
recognize my voice. I didn't have a
Yeah.
face transplant.
That's true.
I still have furry eyebrows and thick hair and a New York accent. I mean,
I think a lot of those big guys are like thin now, like Billy Gardell.
so I lost
and-
about
yeah.
80 pounds, 80,
Yeah.
85 pounds.
Kevin James, he's like,
Kevin James looks good. I just saw him the other day. But Billy Gardell got really skinny.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I was listening to WNPR the other day. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it out loud. 89.3.
Yeah. I do that sometimes.
And a guy's talking about when the house, it's where you stay. You get the pool, you get the back deck, you do the barbecue. And I'm like, I know this voice. And a good 10 or 12 minutes went by, and it was Billy Gardell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were interviewing about his house.
Dude, he's a really good comedian. I saw him not too long ago. I was like, this guy's a master comedian.
Oh, good. I never saw him live.
He's so talented. He's so skilled at it. He's a really good comedian. He's very good. I got something I want to get to. I'm an idiot. I probably should have put this out like way in advance, but I forgot. I'm like, oh, damn, we're going to record a podcast in 45 minutes. So I put it out on X. I put it on my Instagram stories. And I said, if you have any questions, send a question in. So we only have time to get to one question, but here we go, John. You ready?
Go ahead.
This comes from Galaxy Goddess. What is your creative process with writing your jokes? What's your favorite joke you've done? You go first or I go first? What's your creative process and what's one of your favorite jokes?
Well, I'll go first real quick. I usually come up with a thought or a premise of a joke or just a one line.
Yeah.
And I'll jot it down, and then I'll try it out at night. And then if it works, I try it again. If it works, I tweak it.
Yeah.
So I kind of develop a joke on stage. Like I don't sit down at a computer and say, I'm going to write 5 jokes today about Donald Trump or 5 jokes today about Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
They pop into my head.
You're like Hank Williams Jr. They asked him about how do you write these hit songs? You've had a huge career, and he goes, "Because I'm not one of those. Let's go, sit in an office in Nashville at 2 p.m. and write. No, man. He goes, I'm hunting, I'm fishing, I'm out in the woods.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how
and then I'm lucky enough that every night after a set, when I'm drawing in my notebook, I take the edge off a little. I listen to heavy metal. And it's in that hour or two that I kind of, things just start to stimulate my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to music that I like,
Yeah.
which is Tony Robbins said that makes me more aware and more. I'm in a happier mood.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
listening to
Yeah.
Black Sabbath, 2
Yeah.
songs. Then I watch 2 minutes of my set. Then I go to heavy metal for 2 songs. Then I watch 2 minutes of the set that I did an hour before
Yeah.
that. So I'm adding stuff. And I mean, my favorite joke that stuck with me for 100 years is dirty. So I don't want to soil or
Right.
muck up your podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
a joke that works to this day is that Fran and I we got married on the side of Diamond Head Mountain, Fran and I.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Mm-hmm. And I should have jumped off right there when I had the chance.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Without saying the dirty joke, what is it about that joke that makes it one of your favorite jokes? Because it gets a big laugh, because it's based in reality.
It's gross, and it's funny, and it's witty.
And that's what makes you...
It's my blank is so small that my wife doesn't blank me.
Oh, that killed the other night.
She
killed
did?
at the Mexican bar. You
It
did it.
did?
It killed. It killed.
It did?
And
I didn't know that.
It killed, and it got some ooze.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It wakes people up.
Yeah. His cheese doodle is so small, she doesn't
mouth sex me.
She eats.
Cunnilingus me.
Yeah.
But Fran and I got married up on the side of Diamond Head Mountain. I should have jumped off right there. This is true. On a honeymoon, my wife got pregnant. On our first anniversary, my wife got pregnant. On our second anniversary, we took separate vacations. My wife got pregnant. So what that does, it gets them into the rhythm. You know what I mean? Of my shtick.
Yep.
And it's almost, they almost going to laugh no matter what because of the rhythm of the joke. But then the joke happens to be a little bit funny and it's revealing. It's letting you know a little bit about me. You know, I'm willing to bag on my wife within 1 minute. I'm willing to bag on anybody. Does that make sense? I'm setting the tone.
Yeah.
You know, someone's got to get hurt. Go ahead, your turn.
What do you think of this? Real quick, as we're talking, back to the TV show idea, here's another title. Timber Tales, Crafting from the Wild. Nah.
It's too long.
Too long. Yeah, anyways, okay. We'll work on this later.
Okay.
I'm going to send you, dude, I came up with a great idea.
No, I like it, dude.
I did a movie with Paul Rodriguez. You know,
right.
I'm in his movie. He put me in the movie, and the name of the movie was called something else. And he goes, I need a better title. And I knew it was about him being a priest, him getting out of jail, and then becoming like a televangel, like kind of a scam.
Okay.
And I came up with the title of the movie, Holy Cash. And I said you should put a $sign.
Oh yeah,
Holy Cash. For the
yeah,
fist.
because he's going to be a fake preacher.
Yeah,
did they use that?
Yeah, they did.
Really? You titled the movie?
I gave him another. It was something. Well, let me put it. It was very similar. I forget exactly. I should go through my text message, but yeah, it was very similar to that. I don't think he used the $sign, but yeah. But it's like, you know, what am I gonna, you know?
It's in a double feature with Clown Motel. Yeah,
Clown Motel.
No,
okay. I will say with me, with a good joke, there's different types of joke. There's certain jokes that you love having because it's like, you know, if all else fails and, you know, you got this thing you can pull out at any second and boom, get that big laugh or a little laugh or just get him back on track or whatever. So there's that kind of thing. But I love jokes or stories, things that happen in real life with my, you know, and I can bring it to the stage and it gets a good laugh. And I'm like, that feels good.
yeah.
You know what I mean, like if it's autobiographical, that for me that feels good as opposed to like, what's the deal with like that doesn't. I don't know. It feels good when I, you know. Like
the more stand up we do, the more we want to be earnest.
Right.
And if you're earnest, the laughs will come. Earnest and honest and
like I know for what goes viral, and that's why I do it every day because it works, because it gets me out there. I like my women, like I like my, and I do get a kick out of that. And it's like a puzzle, like oh, how can I come up with a different punchline when they yell out coffee? I need to, because for the longest time I would just say like full of me Irish cream or whatever, but I got to flip it around. So there's that puzzle, and it's awesome when just magic comes my way. Like the other day, somebody yelled out parachute. I like my women like I like my parachute. And I think I said something like wide open with the reserve on the side.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I high-fived the guy.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Heavens to Murgatroyd even.
Yeah,
but yeah, but I do like the real life stuff where you're like, oh, that really happened, you know? Like a new one that happened the other day is we're trying to get as you know, when you're, you know, you got kids in the house and you want them to go to bed, but they want to stay up and you're trying to get them to go to bed. It's bedtime. And then you're tired, so you're really trying to get them to go to bed. And the other day, this is pretty funny. My wife, our new angle now is that, you know, hey, Austin, you know, if you go to bed now, you know, so if you get 8 hours of sleep, you'll get taller, you'll grow, your body grows, right? Your body grows when you're asleep, which is true. I remember looking that up. And he goes, I'm tall enough. I'm cool with being 5'10". We're like,
that's a good joke.
It's a good joke because it's real, you know. Another one that he did, as you know, when they're little, they're like, they'll come to, you open your arms, they come give you a hug. They just, you know what I mean? They look up to you. And then a few months back, one of his videos got up to like 10,000 views.
Right.
And he was in his room, and I'm like, Austin. And he's like, what is it, Dad? And I'm like, I go, hey, your video, it got 10,000 views. I know, Dad. I also have a phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of funny. Like, oh well, But yeah, it's like real stories that are relatable, and that's what I love about a good something that really happens. So one time I was eating an apple, and I was getting on my wife's nerves, and she's like, "Can you eat that outside?" And then I came up with a whole like great routine about eating an apple outside.
That's funny.
And, another thing that's been killing, and it started out from reality.
What's that?
It's just my wife and I, almost like the Spy versus Spy Mad TV or Mad Magazine thing, where I try to lower the air, she tries to raise it.
Right.
This whole fighting over the thermostat thing. So that's like another thing. Like if you could make your real life something funny in your real life, and you bring it to the stage and it works, that's very satisfying.
100%, dude. That's what I find it easier. It's easier to talk about your day, what happened to you, your life, than it is to do Donald Trump jokes or Joe Biden jokes.
I mean, those kind of get quick hits.
They're also hard to steal. You know that.
Yeah,
the more personalized your act is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first time I ever worked with Vinny Favorito, I don't want to drop names because Michael Caine told me it was rude.
Yeah.
You heard of Vinny Favorito.
Right. I'm nervous that don't say anything bad about anybody.
No,
we love you, Vinny, if you're listening.
I thought my act was personal.
Yeah.
I'm talking a New York City transit cop.
Yeah.
I had the lowest
That's
rated
pretty personal.
sitcom.
Yeah.
I had 3 kids right in a row.
I can't do it. Yeah.
And I came out from, it was the Improv in Vegas.
Yeah.
I stepped back through the metal door, and it's the first time I ever met him. The first thing he ever said to me was, "Not too hacky."
Yeah.
But maybe I was being a hack, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
But you understand what I mean? That material is a bit personal.
You hadn't blossomed into the... You know what, though? Here's the thing, dude. Here's another
Maybe he
thing.
was complimenting me.
Yeah, not too hacky. He's like, one day, if you play your cards wrong, you will be a lovable hack.
Yeah, there you go. That's funny.
No, the reason I said that thing about Vinny is, some people have... There's news articles, written about him and stuff. Like, he was like the king of Vegas, and, I don't know. A lot of people are not happy with.
Yeah,
no,
I know
stuff,
that.
So.
I know the details. Dude.
Yeah,
I cover the waterfront, dog.
Right.
I'm just saying. And
I was afraid you're going to go somewhere like that.
No, but I mean, why why greet a fellow comedian like that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's like you in a sense, like how you have a very strong personality, but
right.
you're a lovable hack.
I'm a lovable hack.
I did a TV show with him in in the 90s, dude. It might have been 98, 99. It was New Year's Eve. We filmed it before New Year. It was for TBS.
Okay.
And it was on a Carnival cruise ship.
Right.
3 days and 3 nights on a Carnival cruise ship. They had me, Ian Bagg, Vinny Favorito, a few of us.
Right.
And on the 3rd day is when they have the TV show, stand-up comedy. And there was a few other people from New York, Boston. I don't remember who they are, but
Mark Maron.
All these people, guys like that,
Yeah, Louis C.K.
Yeah, people I don't remember.
Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah, I wish. Nick is hilarious.
Rick Shapiro.
So we all do our right. They told us don't do jokes about
ethnic backgrounds.
No,
cruise ships.
Yes, the Titanic.
Titanic.
It was after the Titanic. Whenever that movie came out, it was after that.
Yeah.
So we all go up to our little clean TBS television show set. We all did good, we'll say.
Right.
Everyone did good. It's TV.
It's almost Vinny Favorito came out.
Let me just say this. It's almost like, I love the way this guy, I heard this guy say this from a Southern rock group called Blackberry Smoke. Ever heard of them?
No, not at all.
I hope I said the name right. He talked about opening up for other bands, and he said that one of the things that they would do is when he first started opening up for the band, you get a half hour. And he goes, let me tell you this to opening bands that are listening, and this goes for comedians. If they tell you to do 30 minutes, don't do 1 second over. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. The staff, the crew, the other bands, nobody likes it. Do not go over the time. Okay, back to my story. And then he goes back to the story. And I thought that's great advice, because I know it's only like a minute or 2 or 3, but people, that's something. You could be the greatest comedian in the world. on your way up, I mean, I'm sure if you're Chris Rock or whatever, you
Right.
could do whatever you want, but don't go over. And also, really can't go over. Did you know that when you do these theaters, they're all union, and if you go over, so even those you can't go over.
Yeah.
I heard that somebody played Dodger Stadium, and then they went the stand up, and they went over, and then they had to pay a lot of money because they went over. But anyways, my point is, back to this thing, and this guy made this great quote on this from Blackberry Smoke. He said, because somebody goes, I noticed that every show you do is different. He goes, yeah, we used to do this is our set. We're going to stick with it. We're going to do it. And he goes, not there's anything wrong with that. He goes, but some of my favorite bands, and this applies to comedians, they switch it up every show. There's something new. And he goes, when I was doing the 30-minute thing, like opening, I felt like we got to do this set list. Otherwise we'll go over. And he goes, but it wasn't very fun. He goes, it felt like we were, and I love this quote. I felt like we were, when you have to pretend to be nice, when you know what I mean? When you got to pretend to be nice, like let's say in a formal situation, I got to pretend to be nice. So that's how our television sets felt when we were on that TBS show. Like all the comedians were being clean. We're playing by the rules. Hey, everybody, I hope you like me. These are my jokes. We all did good. Vinny comes out. I don't know if they used his footage, but he killed.
Really?
He killed.
There we go.
Because
He's one
of these guys. He goes up there, hey, you guys want me to be clean for television? He's smoking. Or do you want me to be funny? And they're like, yeah. They told me I can't talk about the Titanic. Should I play by the rules or should we say, fuck them?
Yeah,
and the crowd's like, he broke. Dude, he killed. He did better than all of us, and he killed. The crowd loved him, and he broke all the rules, and he did ethnic jokes. He did this joke and that joke. But at the end of the day, does it even make the air? They were kind of pissed at him, but he killed.
Well, there's a similar. Do you know the Brad Garrett story?
Tell me.
Ray Romano. They asked him, "What's the worst set you ever had as a comedian?" And he said, "Oh, well, he did a cruise ship." He said, I did one cruise ship in the aisle. I had to walk to my room, was really skinny.
Yeah.
And it got skinnier. He said he turned the corner and he was face to face with a woman. Like he was rubbing up against her breasts. The hallway was so skinny. Just as she said, the comedian from New York sucked. And they were locked together in a tight hallway, face to face. He said his other worst gig, he was at the height of his fame. 1.7 million every Friday. It's all over the newspaper, right, for him. And he has to do a benefit for his kids' high school. So you have 500 rich people from Calabasas and Studio City at a private high school, I think right on Laurel Canyon over here by the 101.
Yeah.
And he was told to be clean. And he said, let me get Brad Garrett. And Brad Garrett was told to be clean. And Brad Garrett came out and did 20 minutes on breast implants and look at this slut in the front and this, that, bump, and killed. And Ray said he got up with his dick in his hand with his clean act, and he said not only was he not getting any laughs, what was going through his mind is, everyone in this room knows I make $1.7 million every Friday and I can't buy a laugh. That's what they're thinking. Like he was in his head as much as we can get in our head.
It can happen.
In front of everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, what I was getting at is, every now and then you have an opening act that could really kill.
Yeah.
And they know the local references.
Right. Yeah.
I watched this. There was some big hurricane in Florida, and then I did one of the improvs down in Fort Lauderdale. And Malik was a black guy with dreads.
He's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah. Malik S.
And he did a half hour in the middle and about every reference to getting ready for hurricane, to leaving for hurricane, for the shower after the hurricane where you got no hot water, so you get to your asshole quick.
Yeah.
Your asshole got to be clean quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
you don't got to clean your whole ass, just your asshole.
And then I get up with, I'm from Long Island and I have a small penis. I'm a hack.
Wow. But at least you're thin.
I don't know, dude. I have a fupa. I got the man boobs. I don't know how skinny you have to get.
How did you get skinny?
Ozempic. You know.
Dude, you should get the crowd to sing that with you.
Yeah.
Do, do, do. All you
I
gotta do
wish
is,
it made my cock grow.
Ozempic. That's a funny line.
What?
What you just said. So everything, it just has to rhyme with go,
I know.
right? Go. Anyways, we'll work on it later. You guys, thank you for listening to the Pocket Party Podcast. I'm available on Cameo. If you want to click that link, buy me a coffee, any amount you want. John DiResta, hit him up on Instagram.
November 21 and 22, Governor's Comedy Club in Long Island.
If you're in SoCal and you need some furniture, he'll do it for you. If it's somewhere out of the city or out of the state, you can make it also.
I can make it. You come pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how things work. Do you mail stuff across country?
I've mailed stuff before, but it's a hoopty scoop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mailed a full table with the legs taken off and benches to Brooklyn. And the woman opened it up and said, "The table's cracked. What do I do now?" Ozempic. You know.
You sure
it lets
did.
your table.
You sure
Go,
did just
go.
went to IKEA. No, your stuff's way better than IKEA.
No, I got in touch with my
Yeah.
brother Jimmy and said, "Can you
Oh.
drive to Brooklyn to fix a woman's table?" And he you know what he said?
That's a big ask.
Yeah, he said, "I don't want to get involved. I'm important."
Yeah.
He's important.
Dude, we should come up with a TV show idea. It's probably right there, and we just all you gotta do is just keep recreating everything.
The rest of the story.
You know what I mean? Or just something you've done, just do it again. It sounds like there's a pattern there, right? You find something and you make something, and then boom, it's out there.
Dude, I'm a Jesus Christ. I bring wood back to life for real. I've been sanding these planks at 80 years old all week.
Yeah.
And I can bring them back to life like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I had this idea with a different carpenter a long time ago.
Yeah, you
Remember
go.
that?
Sure you did.
Peter?
Oh,
no, not
yeah,
that
yeah,
idea.
yeah,
different
no,
carpenter.
I helped him get on the. Did he get on the Long Beach Police?
I don't know.
Dude, I got interviewed. I got
know.
letters.
He's a friend of ours that's a comedian that was like, and he's like, man, I might want to be a cop at 51. But I got a lot of friends that have these wild dreams still. Even
Well, Rooney became a cop at 55.
and Brian Swinehart, who also comes on the podcast, 46 years old, and he's wrestling in
Is
college.
he 46?
He just turned 46.
I could never do what he's doing.
He's like, I'm the 45-year-old freshman, and now he's like a sophomore.
Dude, he's
and-
going to get his pelvis popped. His
Something's
shoulder's going to be
I know.
broken off.
I know. He did a photo today, and I said where they look like they're resuscitating him. I'm like, dude, that's too close to. Be careful out there.
Yeah, dude.
But we had a TV show idea, sort of, and we filmed it and everything. But it wasn't, But we're not DiResta.
It wasn't John DiResta.
Yeah, and it was called basically.
And,
it was
dude, I
stupid.
have
It
a
was
million tips.
it was
I have
a-
a
yeah.
million ways to sneak. There's
Right.
an old saying,
Yeah.
a good woodworker is a good woodworker. A great woodworker knows how to hide his mistakes. I know how to hide, a million mistakes.
We basically, here's the premise. We were just thinking, like, what? Because what's funny is the banter. Who cares? All that part.
Right.
So we were going to call it like nailed it. Like you build something and then we didn't know what we were doing. We're
Right.
like, we build something and then nailed it, and then whatever we make, we're going to donate to charity. We thought that was a good idea.
You're going to give it to the cancer kids.
Yeah, but we didn't.
You didn't know where to find
We don't
them.
know what we're doing. So we just, yeah.
I'm ready.
We'll do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to hit some AI tonight, and this might be the last podcast because we're going to be TV stars. No, we'll keep bringing them to you. Thank you guys so much for your support and your love and your just everything, man. It's we're together in on this. We do the podcast. You guys listen, and we love the feedback and everything else.
Did you know my weight loss medicine is Irish?
No.
Oh, Zampic.
Oh.
Get it? Like O'Connell?
Oh. No. You know what? Let's do it soft now. Zampic.
You know. Expensive but cheaper than blow.
Zampic.
You know.
You can get it for here or to go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. He's from Long Island. I'm from Fresno. All right. Are you guys still listening to this shit? I don't think anyone's listening.
He's from Clovis.
Well, it wasn't that hacky.
I'll give you a quick story about time.
Yeah.
You probably remember the guy, he booked all the shows in Fresno and Clovis.
Yeah, anyway.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah. He's famous.
Not
Michael
the-
Rappaport.
But not that Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Everyone always used to say that.
Yeah.
And I did, I think it was in Fresno, I did like a disco.
Oh,
and he said you have to do exactly an hour. And from the time they said my name till the time I said good night and turned away from the mic
Yeah.
was 1 hour and 1 second.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got chewed out for going over.
That's funny.
That's
Yeah.
funny. You're like, Michael, what's his name again? Michael
Michael
Rappaport. But not
Rappaport.
that Michael Rappaport.
That's the way he was always introduced.
So my manager, Frank Sinatra. Not that Frank Sinatra. It's funny. All right, y'all. Have a good day, man, and we'll catch you on the next one. Look at you. You made it all the way through. And you just started that party in your ear holes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, that was fun. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to The Pocket Party.